On to the question of the day. Actually, I had someone email me recently that they've been watching our videos. They already have an advisor, and they were pretty sure they're already set to retire. We went back and forth a few times over email just to kind of see what his strategy was. And I found it interesting that he said that him and his wife both had over 6 years of service, which means that they could collect benefits in full at 62. He was 52, wife was 59, and they said they decided they're going to delay taking their pension until age 65 because they wanted to capture that 3% indexing benefit inside of Plan 3. So that indexing benefit, you're not aware of it, is for anyone inside of Plan 3, and it's for Plan 3 only. You need to have at least 20 years of service. But if you were to separate service and not collect your pension, basically your pension benefits guaranteed increase by 3% per year up until age 65. So if he decided to wait from 63 to 65, his benefit would increase by 3% more per year, or 9% more in total. Now, he's already at 100% at 62, so it's not like it hurts him to take it at 62. He just wanted to capture a little bit more of it. Instead of taking his pension, he was going to draw down off of his 403bs and deferred compensation plans. Delaying taking your pension for those 3 years to capture that 9% benefit, while it does increase your pension, it's usually not that much. And the break-even numbers, in most cases, it's about 32 and a half years. Basically, what that means is someone that takes their pension at age 62 versus the person that waits to 65 to capture the extra 3% per year, they have to live more than 32 and a half years longer just to get the same amount of withdrawals from the Washington State pension system, right? So let's put some numbers to it so it should be more clear. So if you had someone that their top 5 years was $75,000, they have 30 years exact when they turn 62. So they would get 30% of that $75,000. It's about $1,875 per month, right? This is option 1, full benefit. Now, the person that waits to 65, if they got that 3% indexing benefit, they would get about $2,048 at age 65. You only get $173 more for waiting 3 full years to take your pension. So the person that takes at 62, while they are getting $173 less per month, for life, which it sounds scary to say it like that, but before they even got to age 65, they would have pulled something like $67,000 out of the system. So the person that was collecting 62 has $67,000 of more income already withdrawn from the Washington State pension system before the guy even got one single penny from the system. That's why that person has to basically live an extra 32 years just for that $170 extra that he got to eventually catch up to that $67,000 more that they would have got if they took it 62. So that's what we mean when we say break even. So you can see the numbers doesn't really make sense to do it. While it is a little bit of an increase, unless you plan on living really, really long or you really need every little penny, it probably makes sense just to take it at 62, take your full benefit, and start enjoying it. What this also does, and some kind of hidden reasons why you may want to consider doing this, is for one, your state pension plan, as far as like the death benefit goes, a lot of people will put their spouse as their beneficiary for their pension. You can't elect your pension or your survivor to get your pension until you start collecting. So if this person retires at 62, says, I'm going to wait till 65, they haven't collected the pension yet. They haven't elected a survivorship option yet because that's on the application. If they were to pass away prior to age 65, before saying I'm going to collect my benefits, their spouse gets nothing. Obviously, they're Plan 3, so the Plan 3 money still transfers over. But as far as the pension system that they've accrued over time, that goes nowhere. The spouse gets nothing, right? So you're going to basically risk it for 3 years that your spouse may end up with nothing just for delaying to try to increase your benefit by $173, per month. So that's another hidden benefit why it is better to retire earlier, especially if health is not the greatest or if that's just a concern you have. Sometimes taking the penalty for going early just to ensure that your spouse is entitled to that benefit could be worth the deduction. Getting something is a lot better than getting nothing. Next benefit in this person's case is when you take the pension system, that means you either need to not draw off of your retirement accounts at all, or you need to draw less, which means that money can sit there and grow for you. If you're confident that the market can produce more than 3% per year, you're going to earn more in the market anyways than just taking the pension at 62. So what the pension, all these guaranteed income sources do, it gives you a floor of income, which means we need to rely on our investments less. When we need to rely on our investments less, we can afford to take more risk. So if we want to stay in the market, we can do that. And realistically, as long as we can earn about 9% over the next 3 years, you're going to come out ahead overall. Just last year in 2024, there's just a short-term interest fund inside of the Plan 3 paid 5.4%. 5% interest for taking no risk at all. Remember, this person was taking money out of the market just to try to increase their benefit by 3%. So there you have the 3 reasons why waiting till 65 to take your pension versus taking it in full at 62 really doesn't make much sense. If you guys haven't done so yet, be sure to use the link in the description or the show notes below to join our free community over on School. That's where I have exclusive content going out. Currently working on recording my first ever course for Washington State employees. It's going to be on that website for free, but you have to be a member in order to access it. So feel free to click that link below and join right away. If you guys ever have any questions, you can always post them in that group or email me directly, and I'll consider answering them in a future episode. That's it for me. And until next time, remember that your future depends what you do today.